Hello all, and welcome back to Let's Play Myst, where today we will be heading to the Mechanical Age. I remember some of the answer to this one, but not all of it, so should be an interesting experience. Let's go! Alright, here we are. Got our... Whoops. We got our main building. This side there we have a rock. Behind it there's another rock, although you can't really see it. Here we have where our exit is. We put in a special code here, and this goes down and the Myst book is below. That's pretty much all I remember. So let's go ahead and get in and see what we can figure out. Alright, this looks like Aknar's room, if all the normal decor is the same as all the other ages. Alright, we got a jack-in-the-box with, instead it has a cobra inside, so that's fun. Got a lot of medieval weaponry. Alright, this is the sort of puzzle for this age. We have to rotate the building around, so let's see what we can do. Alright, that doesn't do much. Alright. Oh, and we even got our sounds again. Alright, so basically I guess we gotta rotate it for a bit, and then stop, and then fiddle with that. Alright. But that's just a simulation. So I guess we'll have to find the real way to rotate the building here in a minute. Oh, blue page. More poisons. Alright, a meat cleaver with a beheading block under it. Alright. An electric cage. Well, this is a pretty messed up room. Oh god, what is that? Is that supposed to be a mask or actually someone's head? Ugh. Alright, let's just close that. That is pretty messed up. So, well, Aknar definitely isn't a normal guy. He seems to be in the practice of murdering people, perhaps. Alright, we'll skip that for now. So over here is what appears to be Cirrus's room. Has a lot of, looks like the clock tower on Mist Island, the boat, paintings, very refined taste, although it's throne's a bit much. Does he believe himself to be some sort of god or something? Although I guess I don't really blame him too much, considering they can write their own worlds and books and everything. Alright, well, that's a thing. Nothing through there. Alright, got light blocks of some kind, which I'm pretty sure are irrelevant to everything. So let's go back here. Just go ahead and push the button. Alright. Assume this is the mechanism for rotating. Although there's only one switch, so not quite the same as the simulator, so this must be something else. Let's line up the thing down at the bottom. Alright. Red. Seems good. Oh, that's different now. Must have opened this door. Yes. Okay, this I remember. Let's go up. And this should bring us to a room with, I think, nothing. Oh, pretty much nothing. So we need to use the middle one here. Here we go. So, we wanted to bring this up, do this for a bit. Alright, that sounded like the west noise. So let's go back down and see if the building actually rotated how we wanted it to rotate. Out we go. Alright, this looks different from where we were, because we should have been over there. Go up here, and what do we have? We have 2 of the 4 symbols that we need to get out of here. So I'm going to go ahead and draw these down. So we've got basically a sun or a moon over mountain peaks, and then a half moon of some kind. So let's go ahead and move on. So there's 2 more directions. There's north and east. Alright, here we go. Oh, want that up. Alright, that's a different noise. Whoops. That means we must have gotten to a new area. In the original game, for fast travel, you got this lightning bolt, so backtracking like this wasn't too bad. So you were just lightning, and then you would end up pretty much from like here to the room to the elevator, just with just a couple of clicks, so it wasn't a huge deal. Alright, so this one we've got a sort of horseshoe shape and triangle, pillar, triangle thing. Alright, that should be all that we have to do to get out of here. There is one other thing. If we face over that way, I believe it's that one anyway. Don't think it's either of these. Although I didn't check on the last one, so hopefully it wasn't that last one. Here we go. Go in here. Go back up. Oops. do another rotate. Whoops. That. Alright. Another different sound, so on we go. And then out here should have something to see. Yep, there we go. Achievement unlocked. It's Bob. So, Cirrus has a spyglass that kept eyes on a skeleton. With this age, pretty much guess, if you haven't already, that both brothers are kind of completely insane. Both seem to have very much power conflict, personalities, and a bunch of other weird, I don't know, issues. Alright, so on we go to give the blue page to Aknar and see what he has to say. Alright, so we've got the horseshoe shape, pillars, the moon over mountains, and that. And there we go. So, Aknar, what is up?
Hello, I'm Aknar. I'm glad to see that you've returned to help me escape from my wrongful imprisonment. It was Cirrus who did this to me. Cirrus, my wicked brother. Do not listen to him. I warn you. He's a liar. Do not be persuaded by his evil lies. Do not release him. He killed my father. He will kill you. Began when my brother Cirrus began to lust for riches. He stole from the ages of mist. He hoarded riches for himself. My father slept away his watchfulness. My sick brother secretly pronounced himself king. King of the ages of mist, he said. He began to look upon me in disgust. His lowly brother hated him. And then Cirrus began to destroy the ages of mist. He burned their forest. He tore down their structures. He flooded their lands. He murdered their inhabitants. Completely destroyed all but 4 of the ages. Of course, I had one father. When I finally found him, there was Cirrus also, talking cleverly. The lying tongue of a serpent. He had convinced Father that it was I who had destroyed the ages. He convinced Father that it was I who was greedy for wealth and plunder. And as Cirrus dealt the final blow, he tricked Father into believing that I was the murderer. But Cirrus did not deal as fast a blow as he planned. And his father died a slow death. He at last doubted my brother's clever lies, and so in dying, Father imprisoned us both, unsure from which of us the blow had come. I swear to you what I say is true. Release me. You must release me. My brother is a deceitful liar and deserves punishment. I only wish vengeance for my dear father. His murder. Believe me. You must only recover one additional page to release me from this prison. It's the easiest to find. Go to the bookshelf that's in this library. On the far right side of the middle shelf, there's a burned book, which is different from the other burned books. This book is filled with patterns. Find pattern 158. Mimic its design on the panel in the fireplace. Doing this will bring you to the last blue page. Remember, don't take the red page. Only the blue page. Return quickly to me. And do not touch the green book. It's a clever trap to imprison those who have not been warned. Do not be tempted, for you will rot and die, imprisoned as I am. I tell you, if you follow my instructions, it will be well worth your while. I promise you that. Go. Go.
All right. So, we got our last bit of information that there is a code in, I believe it's this book, somewhere around there. We need 158. But before we do that, we are going to go back and get the red page in the Mechanical Age to hear what Cirrus has to say. So essentially, Aknar believes that Cirrus wanted to become king of all the ages and murdered most of the inhabitants and destroyed all of the ages except for these 4 that we've been going through. That's interesting. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about this age. The original inhabitants of this age had, when it was first written, a gigantic city that, sort of like an Atlantis-style city. But there was always a rumor that there were black ships that were out beyond the horizon that would come one day and destroy everything. And, well, one day that actually happened. And that is when Atris started getting involved in... Oops, I wanted to go get the red page, which is here. And this is the room. Here's keeping money and alcohol, and so it's pretty much the same as everything else. He lusts over money and power. So anyway, so one day the black ships came and destroyed everything. And then Atris shows up, and they decide to build this sort of bastion out of complete metal and everything to hold off any future attacks. And when the ships came back, they were able to repel the attacks. So that's basically the lore for this area. Atris comes in and saves everybody. Not unlike the other ages, where he is helping out all the inhabitants, where his sons seem to be killing all the inhabitants. Alright, Cirrus, what do you have to say for yourself?
You finally returned. I owe you a debt of gratitude, for you have nearly released me. My name is Cirrus. I trust that from your explorations you've become convinced that my wicked brother Aknar is guilty, and I am innocent. It is I who am wrongly imprisoned here. Imprisoned by my father. I don't know who you are, or how you came to this island, but I assume you must at least know something of the books. It was father who was a master of the books. He wrote hundreds of them, all describing and linking to the fantastic places and ages which he had discovered. The room in which you now stand was our father's library. It was here in this room, on this island named Myst, that he housed most of these books. But such a waste. By now, you have Surely you discovered that Akhenar has burnt and mutilated most of these books. Why? Our father was always watchful of our exploration. We grew up under his strict supervision. But when we came of age, he gave us unbridled access to the Myst books. He began to leave our adventures more and more unchecked. Unsupervised as we were, my brother began to become disturbed. He began to take more from the Myst ages than he had given. Soon he gained a twisted pleasure from the conquest and destruction of the other ages. It was horrific. This thirst for destruction. But alas, even I discovered his insanity too late. He had completely destroyed all of the Myst ages but 4. I wasted no time. In warning my father, I thought he would recognize Akhenar's guilt. But in a fit of rage, he imprisoned both my brother and myself within the pages of these books, designed to hold us until he could judge which of us was guilty. To discover the truth, our father embarked on one final journey. However, he has never returned. I can only assume that he perished along the way, leaving me, an innocent victim, entrapped forever. But now, you are here to release me. Listen carefully. You must find one more page and I will be forever free. There is a book on the shelves in this library which is mostly burned but has a few pages still intact. It is the last book on the middle shelf. Find it. This book is filled with a variety of patterns. Find pattern 158 and recreate it on the door of the fireplace. This will bring you to the last red page. Bring that page to me, and I will finally be released, and able to reward you, of course. Ignore the blue page. That page finishes my brother's book. It chills me to even think what would happen if you were to release him. There is another warning. Where the red and blue pages reside, also resides a green book. If you touch the green book, you also will be imprisoned forever. Our father gave us this same warning long ago. I suggest you follow his advice. Go now. Soon we will meet face to face.
Not entirely different than what Akhenar is saying. Both want to go to code 158 and to get their page. Major difference being Akhenar says that their father was killed by Cirrus, whereas Cirrus says that their father went on some sort of quest, pilgrimage of some kind to figure out what exactly, which one of them had destroyed all of the ages. Up to that point, the overall story was pretty much the same. Ages were destroyed. Cirrus went to talk to their father, and then they were imprisoned. So, overall, not too different. I'm just going to draw this down. 4, 5. And this one. That one. And then this will be much easier with graph paper. I do not have graph paper, however. Alrighty, there, pattern copied. So, question becomes, we have 2 books, two final pages, and is one of them telling the truth? Are they both lying? Oops. That. So rotate around. And here we are. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to save the game. Oops, not what I meant to do. Pick up the blue page. And let's go ahead and give it to Aknar and see what happens.
Oh, yes, I'm free. Oh, I feel alive. And how do you feel, my friend? And what have we here? Perhaps the pages you worked so hard for? Whoops. Yes. Oh. Perhaps you're seeing the world from my point of view. Oh, yes. Oh. Sinners. There's my brother. Oh, yes. Oh. Maybe someone will rescue you someday. You lose.
Well, that didn't go very well. Not exactly surprising. But let's go ahead and see if Cirrus is any more pleasant to deal with than Aknar was. Not very generous after we decided to free him. Oh my word, come on, mouse. Ah. Alright. Seem to have somehow gotten stuck. Alright, let's try that again. Let's see if... Alright, there we go. And here we are. Time to see what Cirrus has to say.
Oh, yes! Yes, I'm free! Oh, thank you, my friend. My dear friend. You've done the right thing. You stupid fool! It looks like perhaps you're in the book now. And what have we here? A page. Oh no. I hope you enjoy your new home as much as I enjoyed it. I can't see you. You're getting less clear. I hope you're into books. The library looks much the same as hello. Oh, I can know. Goodbye.
So, as is probably no surprise to anyone, both brothers are completely and utterly insane. So, since they warned against going into the Green Book, let's go ahead and check that out. Hopefully this won't freeze again. Or, well, not freeze, but get into a soft lock sort of state. So, Green Book, what do you gotta say?
Who the devil are you? Don't come here to done it, not yet. Oh, I have many questions for you, my friend, as you no doubt have for me. Where should I begin? Perhaps my story is in order. My name is Atris. I feel you've met my sons, Cirrus and Achenar, in the red and blue books on Mist Island in my library. My library, it contains my works, my writings. Oh, I wrote many books that linked me to fantastic places. It's an art I learned from my father many years ago. Oh, but the red and blue books, those were different. I wrote those books to entrap over greedy explorers who might stumble upon my island of mist. But I had no idea my own sons would be entrapped. My sons, Cirrus and Achenar. We had many journeys together. I gave them free rein to the books. Perhaps it was not wise. I could see the greed growing in them. I had not told them about the red and blue books. Their imaginations went wild. They dreamed of riches and power. Of course, they did not know the books were traps. They begged me for access to those books, and I, of course, denied them. Oh, devised a plan. An evil plan. I had no idea to what extent their greed had progressed. Their own mother. Oh, my own dear Catherine. They used her to lure me here to Dunny. Of course, I could return to Myst, except they removed a single page from my Myst linking book. I cannot return without that page. You, my friend, can bring that page to me. Oh, I pray you believe my story above the lies that my sons have told you. If you could find it in yourself to return that page to me here in Dunny, I could go to Myst and bring justice to my sons for what they've done. I must return to my writing. I pray that you believe me. Please hurry. Bring the page. Bring the page with you.
Alright, well, we found their father, so that's a thing. Let's see if we can get out of here without the soft locking. Sweet. Alright, so we found another guy who wants pages. Yay! So, let's go ahead and get his page. So as was stated in earlier videos, we found 2 halves of a ripped page that told us to turn all of these things on and then turn one off. And there it is. We got ourselves a white page, which supposedly is a page to Atris's Myst linking book back in the Denis age. So, let's go ahead and visit and see if we get better results or whether he's just as crazy. Alright, that did not work so well. Come on, game. There we go. Got my cursor this time. Pattern's already there. That's cool.
Have you found the missing
Oh,
page?
I guess he was going to say something. Oops. So here we are. The Denis age.
Ah, my friend. You've returned. And the page. Did you bring the page? Ah. Give it to me. Give me the page. You've done the right thing. I have a difficult choice to make. My sons have betrayed me. I know what I must do. I shall return shortly. It is done. Oh, I have many questions for you, my friend, but my writing cannot wait. I fear that my long delay may have already had a catastrophic impact on the world in which my wife Catherine is being held hostage. Oh, reward. I'm sorry, but all library on the island of Mist. The books that are contained there, feel free to explore at your leisure. I hope your explorations are satisfying. You will no longer have my sons to deal with. Oh, and one more favor. I'm fighting a foe much greater than my sons could ever have imagined. At some point in the future, I may find it necessary to request your assistance. Till that point, you're free to enjoy the exploration from my library on Mist. And thank you again. Book. You can use the Mist linking book to return to Mist.
And there we go. He didn't betray us. Didn't get stuck in some prison age. He apparently did something to his sons. I'm kind of interested to see how they represented it in this game. Yep, sort of the same. Sort of charred backings. Oh, is this the... Ah, it is. It's a rhyme book. Alright, which I think will probably be next episode. So we have completed the original game. There was no age after this. The book that Atris is writing in and was discussing there is the Riven book, the sequel to Myst, which is literally the name of the game, Riven, the sequel to Myst. Kind of unoriginal there, but Riven is, I think, a much more complex puzzle game, and is probably, overall, probably better, but it's also much harder, and I will not be playing through that. Although it is probably my favorite game in the series, although Myst has a special place in my heart just because it is the game that started it all. So that is the end of the official game, and I'll probably do a couple of bonus episodes, one for the Rhyme Age, and then maybe one just sort of speed running, completing the game in as quick a fashion as possible, because they can be done in maybe like 3 minutes or something. So, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Hope you'll be joining me for the next. And until then, take care.